Did you know that eating eggs the wrong way could increase your health risks by 70%? For seniors, this simple dietary staple can either boost vitality or become a silent threat. Let's uncover the truth. Eggs are often called nature's perfect food, packed with high-quality protein, vitamins like B12 and D, and antioxidants such as lutein, which protects aging eyes. For seniors, they're a convenient, affordable source of nutrition that can combat muscle loss, boost brain health, and even improve mood. But here's the catch. How you prepare and consume eggs matters just as much as what you eat. A simple mistake, like undercooking them or tossing out the yolk, can turn this dietary staple from a superfood into a silent saboteur of health. Consider this. Nearly 40% of adults over 60 suffer from vitamin D deficiency, a nutrient abundantly found in egg yolks. Yet, many seniors avoid yolks due to outdated fears about cholesterol, unaware that modern research shows dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood cholesterol for most people. Worse, habits like eating raw eggs in homemade dressings or storing eggs at room temperature to save fridge space can expose older adults to dangerous bacteria like salmonella, which the CDC warns hits seniors harder due to weaker immune systems. Imagine a 70-year-old who starts their day with a fried egg cooked in butter, thinking they're doing their body good, only to unknowingly raise their LDL cholesterol, increasing heart disease risks. Or a grandparent who skips eggs entirely after hearing mixed messages about their safety, missing out on vital nutrients that could slow age-related decline. The truth is, eggs aren't the problem. It's the myths, oversights, and old habits surrounding them. For seniors, whose nutritional needs are unique and bodies are more vulnerable, these mistakes aren't just minor slip-ups. They're potential game changers for long-term health. The good news? Fixing them is simpler than you think. Let's explore the 5 most common and dangerous egg-related mistakes older adults make, and how turning them around can transform eggs from a risky choice into a golden ticket for vitality. Mistake 1. Discarding the yolk completely. Egg yolks have long been vilified as the unhealthy part of the egg, especially for seniors worried about cholesterol. Many older adults scrape out the golden center, believing they're making a heart-smart choice. But this well-meaning habit is a nutritional misstep. The yolk isn't just a cholesterol bomb, it's the egg's nutrient powerhouse. A single yolk contains over 90% of the egg's iron, calcium, zinc, and vitamin B12, along with nearly all its vitamin D, a critical nutrient for bone health that 40% of seniors lack. It's also rich in choline, a brain-boosting compound that supports memory and cognitive function, key for aging adults battling age-related decline. The fear of yolk stems from outdated science. Early studies linked dietary cholesterol, found in yolks, to high blood cholesterol. However, modern research, including a 2020 Harvard review of 215,000 adults, found no significant link between moderate egg consumption, 1 to 2 yolks daily, and heart disease risk in healthy individuals. The liver produces most of the body's cholesterol, and for 70% of people, dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood levels. Seniors with diabetes or genetic cholesterol issues may need to limit yolks, but for most, discarding them means missing out on essential nutrients. Take the story of Margaret, a 72-year-old retiree from Ohio. Convinced yolks would clog her arteries, she ate only egg whites for years. Despite her healthy diet, she felt increasingly fatigued and struggled with brittle nails and hair loss. During a routine checkup, her doctor diagnosed her with a vitamin D deficiency and borderline anemia. Confused, Margaret insisted she ate clean. Her doctor asked about her egg habits and explained, "By skipping yolks, you're throwing away the very nutrients your body needs. The yolk has the vitamin D to strengthen your bones and the iron to boost your energy." Skeptical but desperate, Margaret started eating one whole egg daily. Within months, her vitamin D levels normalized, her energy surged, and she could garden again without joint pain. "I wasted years fearing yolks," she laughs. "Now I savor them. My body feels alive." The yolk's bad reputation also overlooks its role in fighting age-related diseases. Lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants concentrated in the yolk, protect against macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in seniors. A 2017 study in Nutrients found that older adults who ate 2 to 4 yolks weekly had a 28% lower risk of advanced macular degeneration compared to yolk avoiders. Even the cholesterol in yolks has a silver lining. It's essential for producing hormones like testosterone and estrogen, which decline with age. For seniors like Margaret, demonizing yolks isn't just unnecessary. It's counterproductive. Of course, balance matters. Nutritionists recommend seniors pair yolks with fiber-rich veggies, e.g., spinach omelets, to slow cholesterol absorption. Those with heart disease should consult their doctor, but for most, enjoying 5 to 7 yolks weekly is safe and beneficial. The lesson: don't let fear strip your plate of nature's multivitamin. As Margaret learned, the yolk isn't the enemy, it's a golden ally in aging well. Mistake 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. For many seniors, the idea of eating raw or undercooked eggs might seem harmless. A nostalgic throwback to homemade Caesar salad dressing, cookie dough, or sunny-side-up eggs with runny yolks. But what feels like a small indulgence can carry big risks, especially for older adults. Raw or undercooked eggs are a breeding ground for harmful bacteria like salmonella, which can cause severe food poisoning. While young, healthy individuals might recover quickly, seniors face far graver consequences due to weaker immune systems and slower recovery times. Let's break down the science. The CDC estimates that 1 in 20,000 eggs in the U.S. is contaminated with salmonella. This bacteria lurks not just on the shell but inside the egg itself, and it thrives in raw or undercooked egg dishes. Cooking eggs to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius, kills salmonella, but runny yolks or lightly scrambled eggs often fall short of this temperature. For adults over 65, the stakes are higher. Studies show seniors are 4 times more likely to be hospitalized for salmonella infections than younger adults, with complications ranging from dehydration to life-threatening sepsis. Beyond bacterial risks, raw eggs also pose nutritional drawbacks. Egg whites contain a protein called avidin, which binds to biotin, a B vitamin critical for skin, hair, and metabolism. Cooking denatures avidin, allowing the body to absorb biotin. Seniors skipping this step miss out on this nutrient synergy. Raw eggs are also harder to digest. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that cooked eggs provide 50% more digestible protein than raw eggs, crucial for seniors combating age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia. Take the case of John, a 68-year-old retiree from Texas. John loved making homemade Caesar dressing with raw egg yolks, a recipe passed down from his grandmother. For years, he enjoyed it without issue, until one evening he developed violent vomiting, diarrhea, and a 103-degree fever. Rushed to the ER, he was diagnosed with salmonella poisoning. Doctors traced it to the raw eggs in his dressing. "I never thought a family recipe could land me in the hospital," John recalls. The infection left him bedridden for weeks, exacerbating his existing arthritis and delaying his daily walks. His doctor warned him, "At your age, your body can't fight off pathogens like it used to. Cook your eggs thoroughly. It's not worth the risk." John's story isn't unique. In 2022, a retirement community in Arizona faced a salmonella outbreak linked to a chef's signature hollandaise sauce made with undercooked yolks. 6 residents were hospitalized, and 2 developed kidney complications. The tragedy underscores a harsh truth. Seniors' immune systems, already weakened by age, are less equipped to handle foodborne pathogens. Even mild infections can spiral into chronic fatigue, weight loss, or long-term digestive issues. But avoiding raw eggs doesn't mean sacrificing favorite foods. Pasteurized eggs, heated just enough to kill bacteria without cooking them, are a safe alternative for recipes like dressings or mousse. For those who prefer cooking at home, simple swaps work wonders. John, for instance, switched to store-bought pasteurized eggs for his Caesar dressing. "It tastes the same, and I feel safer," he says. For runny yolks, seniors can opt for sous vide eggs, cooked at precise temperatures to eliminate bacteria while maintaining texture. The lesson here isn't to fear eggs, but to respect their risks. Proper cooking transforms eggs into a safe, nutrient-dense ally. As John learned, small changes can prevent big health setbacks. For seniors, prioritizing safety over nostalgia isn't just wise, it's life-preserving. Mistake 3. Over-frying eggs in unhealthy fats. The sizzle of butter in a pan and the rich aroma of a fried egg can feel like a comforting ritual, especially for seniors who've enjoyed this cooking method for decades. But what many don't realize is that how you fry an egg, and the fats you use, can turn this nutritious food into a hidden health hazard. Over-frying eggs in unhealthy fats like butter, lard, or hydrogenated oils floods the meal with saturated and trans fats, which are notorious for raising LDL, bad cholesterol, and increasing the risk of heart disease, the leading cause of death among seniors. Let's dive into the science. A single tablespoon of butter adds 7 grams of saturated fat to an egg dish, nearly 35% of the daily limit recommended by the American Heart Association. Repeatedly frying eggs in such fats can lead to plaque buildup in arteries, reducing blood flow to vital organs like the heart and brain. Worse, high-heat cooking oxidizes these fats, creating harmful compounds like advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which accelerate inflammation and cellular aging. A double blow for older adults already grappling with age-related wear and tear. The problem isn't just the fat itself, but the combination of cholesterol-rich eggs and artery-clogging fats. While eggs contain dietary cholesterol, research shows their impact on blood cholesterol is modest for most people. However, pairing them with saturated fats creates a perfect storm for cardiovascular risks. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who regularly ate fried eggs with butter or lard had 12% higher LDL cholesterol levels than those who boiled or poached eggs. For older adults with diabetes or hypertension, this habit can worsen insulin resistance and blood pressure. Consider Rita, a 75-year-old from Florida, who fried 2 eggs in butter every morning for 30 years. She believed it was a wholesome breakfast until a routine checkup revealed alarmingly high cholesterol and early signs of arterial blockage. Her cardiologist explained, "The eggs aren't the villain. It's the butter you're drowning them in. Those saturated fats are stiffening your arteries." Rita reluctantly switched to poached eggs and avocado oil rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. Within 3 months, her LDL cholesterol dropped by 18%, and she could walk her dog without shortness of breath. "I thought I'd miss the butter," she admits, "but now I feel lighter and more energized." The ripple effects of over-frying extend beyond the heart. Burnt or crispy fried eggs contain acrylamide, a carcinogen formed when foods are cooked at high temperatures. A 2018 report by the European Food Safety Authority linked frequent consumption of acrylamide-rich foods to increased cancer risk in older adults. Seniors also absorb fewer nutrients from fried eggs. Heat-sensitive vitamins like B12 and folate degrade during prolonged frying, robbing them of essential nutrients needed to combat anemia and cognitive decline. But breaking the frying habit doesn't mean sacrificing flavor. Simple swaps can make eggs both safe and delicious. Olive oil, for instance, has anti-inflammatory properties and withstands moderate heat. Poaching or boiling preserves nutrients without added fats. Even scrambling with a splash of low-fat milk or water reduces the need for butter. Rita, for example, now makes cloud eggs, baked egg whites with a yolk center, to mimic the texture of fried eggs without the grease. "It's just as satisfying," she says, "and my grandkids love them." The lesson here isn't to fear fried eggs, but to rethink how you fry them. For seniors, small changes, like switching cooking fats or methods, can yield outsized health rewards. As Rita's story shows, letting go of old habits can open the door to a stronger heart, sharper mind, and more vibrant golden years. Mistake 4. Storing eggs incorrectly. Storing eggs might seem like a simple task, but for seniors, a small oversight can turn this everyday act into a health hazard. Many older adults, especially those raised in an era before modern refrigeration, develop habits like leaving eggs on the kitchen counter or reusing egg cartons for months. Others stash them in the fridge door for convenience, unaware that temperature fluctuations there can compromise safety. The truth is, improper storage doesn't just spoil eggs. It creates a breeding ground for bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, which thrive in the danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. For seniors whose immune systems are weaker and recovery slower, the consequences of eating contaminated eggs can be severe. The science behind egg storage is clear. Refrigeration is non-negotiable. In the U.S., commercial eggs are washed during processing, stripping them of their natural protective coating called the bloom. This makes refrigeration critical to prevent bacterial penetration through the porous shell. The FDA mandates that eggs be stored at or below 45 degrees Fahrenheit or 7 degrees Celsius to inhibit bacterial growth. At room temperature, eggs can sweat, creating moisture that allows pathogens to migrate from the shell into the edible parts. A 2018 study in food control found that eggs stored at room temperature for just 2 days had 10 times more bacterial growth than refrigerated eggs. For seniors, even low levels of contamination can trigger foodborne illness. Worse, eggs stored improperly lose nutrients like vitamin B12 and folate over time. nutrients vital for energy and cognitive health in aging adults. Consider the story of Edna, an 80-year-old from Florida. Edna grew up on a farm where eggs were kept in a pantry, so she continued the practice, believing fresh eggs didn't need refrigeration. One morning, she made scrambled eggs from a batch left out for 5 days. Within hours, she developed stomach cramps, fever, and diarrhea. Her daughter rushed her to the hospital, where tests confirmed salmonella poisoning. Doctors linked it to the unrefrigerated eggs. "I've done this my whole life and never got sick," Edna insisted. Her doctor explained, "As we age, our immune systems weaken. What didn't harm you at 40 can be dangerous at 80. Edna now stores eggs in the fridge and uses them within 3 weeks. "It's a small change," she says, "but it keeps me out of the ER." Edna's experience mirrors a 2021 incident in a Chicago senior living community. Staff routinely stored eggs in a pantry to save fridge space for medications. Over 2 weeks, 6 residents fell ill with gastrointestinal symptoms, and lab tests traced the outbreak to salmonella-tainted eggs. Health inspectors noted that the pantry's temperature hovered near 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, ideal for bacteria. After switching to refrigeration and labeling eggs with purchase dates, no further cases emerged. This highlights a critical gap in food safety education for seniors. Many don't realize that modern egg processing, unlike farm-fresh eggs with intact blooms, demands refrigeration. Proper storage isn't just about temperature, it's also about placement. Storing eggs in the fridge door exposes them to warm air every time it's opened, accelerating spoilage. Nutritionists recommend keeping eggs in their original carton on a middle shelf, where temperatures stay stable. The carton also prevents odors from other foods, like onions or fish, from seeping through the shells. For seniors, organization matters too. Labeling egg cartons with purchase dates ensures they're used within 3 to 5 weeks, reducing the risk of using expired ones. The risks of improper storage extend beyond bacteria. As eggs age, their quality declines. Yolks flatten, whites thin, and antioxidants like lutein degrade. A 2020 study in Poultry Science showed that eggs stored at room temperature lost 15% of their vitamin D content within a week, a major blow for seniors already prone to deficiencies. Freezing eggs is an option, but only if done correctly. Raw yolks, for instance, thicken when frozen and require a pinch of salt or sugar to maintain texture. For older adults, simpler practices like refrigeration and timely use are more practical. The fix is straightforward, but life-saving. Seniors should treat eggs like dairy. Keep them cold, track expiration dates, and discard cracked or dirty eggs immediately. For those worried about fridge space, stackable containers or designated egg trays can help. As Edna learned, breaking old habits takes effort, but the payoff, a safe, nutritious meal, is worth it. After all, eggs are a golden resource for seniors, but only if stored as carefully as they're enjoyed. Mistake number 5. Ignoring allergies or medical conditions. Eggs are a staple in many diets, but for seniors, dismissing allergies or pre-existing health conditions can turn this nutritious food into a silent threat. As we age, our bodies undergo changes that make us more susceptible to developing new allergies or exacerbating chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or kidney issues. Shockingly, studies show that 2 to 3% of adults over 60 develop egg allergies later in life, often mistaking symptoms for normal aging. Meanwhile, Seniors with conditions like hyperlipidemia, high cholesterol, or diabetes may unknowingly worsen their health by consuming eggs irresponsibly. The danger lies not in eggs themselves, but in ignoring the body's signals and medical advice. Scientifically, egg allergies in seniors are often linked to immune system shifts. Aging weakens the immune response, a phenomenon called immunosenescence, which can cause the body to overreact to proteins like ovomucoid, found in egg whites. Symptoms range from mild hives or digestive discomfort to life-threatening anaphylaxis. Unlike childhood allergies, late-onset allergies in seniors are frequently overlooked. A 2021 study in allergy and asthma proceedings found that 40% of seniors with food allergies didn't seek diagnosis, attributing reactions to bad stomachs or medication side effects. For those with heart disease, egg yolk's cholesterol content, 185 milligrams per yolk, can be problematic if consumed excessively. The American Heart Association notes that seniors with high LDL cholesterol should limit dietary cholesterol to 200 milligrams daily, meaning even one whole egg could push them over the limit if combined with other cholesterol-rich foods. Take the case of Robert, a 70-year-old former teacher with a history of mild hypertension. Robert ate 2 boiled eggs daily, believing they fueled his morning walks. Over months, he noticed itchy skin and occasional wheezing, but dismissed it as dry weather or seasonal allergies. One morning, after eating his usual eggs, he collapsed with labored breathing and facial swelling. At the ER, tests revealed an egg white allergy that had escalated silently. His allergist explained, "As you age, your immune system can become hypersensitive to foods you've eaten for decades. Ignoring small symptoms lets the allergy build up to a crisis." Robert now avoids egg whites and carries an epinephrine injector. He substitutes eggs with chia seeds or tofu scramble, proving adaptation is possible without sacrifice. For seniors with chronic conditions, the risks multiply. Diabetics, for example, face a dual challenge. Eggs' high protein helps stabilize blood sugar, but overconsumption of yolks may worsen cardiovascular risks, a leading cause of death in diabetics. A 2019 JAMA study found that diabetic seniors who ate more than 3 eggs weekly had a 15% higher risk of heart disease than those who ate fewer. Similarly, seniors with kidney disease must moderate egg intake due to their high phosphorus content, which strains compromised kidneys. Yet, many older adults, especially those managing multiple medications, skip discussing diet with doctors, assuming eggs are healthy for everyone. The story of Linda, a 68-year-old with type 2 diabetes, illustrates this perfectly. Linda ate egg white omelets daily, believing she was making a safe choice. However, she added cheese and processed meats, unknowingly spiking her sodium and saturated fat intake. Her cardiologist discovered her LDL cholesterol had risen sharply despite her healthy egg habit. Egg whites are fine, he clarified, but pairing them with salty, fatty foods undoes the benefits. Linda switched to veggie-packed omelets with a single yolk weekly, balancing nutrition and safety. The solution lies in tailored consumption. Seniors with egg allergies can often tolerate baked eggs, where heat breaks down allergenic proteins, or opt for egg substitutes like applesauce or flaxseed in recipes. Those with heart issues can focus on egg whites while keeping yolks occasional. For diabetics, pairing eggs with fiber-rich veggies, spinach, peppers, slows glucose spikes. Crucially, regular checkups and allergy testing are vital. A simple blood test, like IgE testing, can identify sensitivities, while dietitians can craft egg-inclusive meal plans that align with medical needs. Ignoring these nuances isn't just risky, it's a missed opportunity. Eggs remain a cost-effective source of high-quality protein and nutrients for seniors, but only when consumed mindfully. As Robert and Linda learned, acknowledging limitations doesn't mean deprivation, it means smarter choices. For aging adults, vigilance and dialogue with healthcare providers turn eggs from a hazard into a health ally. After all, golden years deserve golden nutrition, safely savored. Eggs, when handled and consumed wisely, are a nutritional treasure for seniors, boosting energy, protecting bones, and sharpening the mind. By avoiding these 5 common mistakes, discarding yolks, eating raw eggs, overfrying, improper storage, and ignoring allergies, you transform eggs from a risky choice into a safe, powerful ally for aging well. Small changes, like cooking eggs thoroughly or storing them correctly, can yield big rewards: fewer infections, stronger immunity, and better heart health. Remember, your golden years deserve golden nutrition. Start today. Revisit your egg habits, consult your doctor about dietary tweaks, and share this knowledge with friends or family. Together, let's crack the code to healthier aging, one egg at a time. Eggs aren't just food, they're fuel. Eat them right and let them power your golden years.